Hi, my name is Gilbert Still, and this is my presentation for Module 1, District Operations and Management. Um, just a little bit about myself. So once again, Gilbert Still, Jr. is my name. I go by Gil. About me, I've been married for 2.5 years, and that's a picture of me and my wife, Ashley. Um, I enjoy going to Sporting KC soccer games, so any chance I get, I try to make it to Kansas City, which is about a 5.5 hour drive from Dodge City, where I live. We have two puppies. Their names are Zeus and Mewis. Educational experience, I taught fourth grade for 8 years. And then after that, I became an assistant principal and athletic director at Dodge City Middle School, and I've been in this current position now for 5 years. I have been working in education since I was 18 years old, though. So I started off as a recess monitor at an elementary school, and then as a para, and then substitute, and then just kind of have worked my way up in various different positions in my district here in Dodge City at USD 443. This summer, my wife and I went to Jamaica for vacation. That's where the picture came from. We traveled to Colorado Springs a few times, which is a place that we both enjoy going as well as our puppies. And then we went to the PGA Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now I'm going to talk about the three levels of government. So this assignment was great for me, being able to have a better understanding of all the three levels of government. So starting off with the federal government, their mission is to promote student achievement and preparation for global competitiveness by fostering educational excellence and ensuring equal access. So duties and responsibilities include national dialogue over how to improve the results of our education system, raising national and community awareness about challenges we're facing, help communities find solutions to difficult issues, policies related to education funding, collection of data and research, enforcement of discrimination laws. So examples of things the federal government has done is the No Child Left Behind Act that was passed in 2001. The Congress passes a federal budget each year, and they fund about 10% of schools' operating cost. The National School Lunch Program, the Individuals with Disabilities Act, and then the Every Student Succeeds Act. The state government, they exercise primary accountability and oversight for government-run schools. Duties and responsibilities include maintenance and operation of public schools, delegate much of their authority to local school districts, but they can reclaim authority, establish schools and colleges, develop curricula, determine requirements for enrollment and graduation, provide for slightly less than half of the school's operating cost, overseeing special services for students with disabilities or other challenges, and then setting state standards for assessments. There's much more, though. So examples include the Common Core Initiative, the mission statement that we have of Kansas that Dr. Watson talks about a lot, the KISA, so our accreditation system, review of the Kansas Safe and Secure Schools program, which we are lucky to have a director of safety and security in our district here in Dodge City. And then on the board agenda, they've also received recommendations from Commission for the Racial Equity and Justice. Local government, so each school district is governed by a school board and decide exactly how schools will operate. So duties and responsibilities of the local government could include establishing curricula, hiring personnel, setting goals and monitoring schools' performance, setting the budget, set policies on discipline and safety, calendar, transportation, as well as others. Examples include things that are from USD 443 on what our school Board of Education has looked at Board of Ed meetings, the 2021-22 KELPA and FastBridge Student Outcome Report and Action Plan recommendations, the approval of an ESOL specialist. We have about 80% of our students that are Hispanic in our community, so having that is a great asset to our district. Approval of bid for audio visual equipment. The Public Information Office has discussed at our meetings online enrollment, calendar approval, amongst other things, and then approval of door locks for classrooms district-wide to help with that safety and security. Local school board, USD 443. So we have 7 board members. We have our president and vice president, and then we have our other members. So looking at their duties and responsibilities kind of helped me have a better understanding of what their goals are by looking at those and having conversations with others. So, which was very enlightening because I see everything that they do and all the hard work that they put, but making those connections on what their goals are and responsibilities helped out a lot. So looking at academic excellence, they have increased student achievement, supplemental programs and services. So they work a lot with the curriculum director, looking at how we can better help our students academically and help with those achievements. So also with the ESOL specialist, helping in those areas since we do have a very diverse population. So looking at all those needs and also making those connections with our special ed director as well. Staff development, really focusing on and working with our human resource director on recruitment and retention, professional growth opportunities, and then compensation and benefits. So looking at we have an insurance committee. So that insurance committee gets feedback from our staff, which then gets taken to the committee, and then looking at the board and as well. So the board has a lot of conversations, on how we can recruit teachers, but also how are we going to retain them and keep them here at Dodge City. So they do a great job at having those collaborative conversations and ensuring ways that we can keep our great staff that we have in Dodge City and that they don't go elsewhere. Looking at the learning environment, a lot of connections with our director of safety and security. So making sure that we have a safe and orderly school climate, the facilities planning and development. So just having those conversations, and coming up with action plans. Community involvement, so having parental involvement, effective communication, business and community partnerships. So there is a lot of times where a lot of the board members will go visit the community. You'll see them out and about everywhere and just having conversations on how to best meet our family's needs and also how we can make better connections and meet our goals. So then accountability, they're looking at the fiscal responsibility and accountability, the resource allocation and management, and then the advocacy for public education as well. Superintendent for USD 443 is Dr. Fred Dirksen. So a lot of the responsibilities he has a lot of directors or assistants. We're a district of over 7,000. So having people that can take those leadership roles and have the knowledge in that area to be able to help get the message across to the district is very beneficial. So we have the director of ESOL on diversity, assistant superintendent of elementary and secondary education, director of safety and security. We have an executive director of business operation and one for human resources. We have IT directors to help us out with technology. We have an executive director of special education, deputy superintendent of curriculum and instruction, and then a director of public information. So Dr. Dirksen utilizes all those people and communicates with them constantly to be able to best help our district move forward. Within those two things, Dr. Dirksen really addresses and talks to all staff when he comes around or at the beginning of the school year meeting. And he really stressed this year about reading and math at the heart of our teaching. So making sure that we're helping our students with literacy and being able to help with all the math as well. So that way we can set them up for success after their education here at USD 443. Then Dr. Dirksen really focuses on collective efficacy. So which shows with all the different positions he has as well. By uplifting everybody, we're able to do more and accomplish more things for our students. So he's come up with the phrase EEII. So every encounter is important. He stresses that in anything and everything that he addresses. that yes, there are frustrating days, but each encounter is important, and we need to, just have that utmost respect for everyone that we encounter, whether it's colleagues, students, families, anyone. Personal experiences, federal experience, the only thing that I've really been a part of or have been in conversations about is the National School Lunch Program. So I really gained a lot more knowledge about that. State experience, KISA, being on the KISA team for our building, the Kansas Safe and Secure Schools program. So like I said, we have a safety and security director. So we've had conversations about those different items and how we're bringing some of those things back into our district. Racial equity and justice. So I used to be a part of the committee that is working on that in KNEA. And then local experience. So with curriculum, safety and security, ESOL, those are part of the daily conversations going on within our district and building. Standard correlation. How did my submission demonstrate my understanding of PLL 6? It helped me understand the 3 levels of government and how each of them connect to items we currently have placed in my district. With this assignment, it helped me make those connections a lot easier because I wasn't really sure. Not something that I've dug into, so greatly appreciate that we've had to look into that. Order of priority for me would be communications, operation system management, and then technology. I really think communication and operation system go hand in hand, and they're going to help us with the success of the management and technology piece, and really to embed all of those things together. Relevant. These are relevant to me because I'm currently gaining a better understanding of our school's entire budget right now, on how we are allocating, saving, spending, all those different things. So by understanding the 3 levels of government a little bit more, it has allowed me to make those connections with our school's budget. It's also relevant because it's helped me better understand the importance of the multiplier effect, and that having experts in different fields as a district administrator is vital. Especially in a district our size, because there's no way that you can be an expert in all those areas and be able to communicate with all the stakeholders. Reflection. This is going to help me better educate my staff about the responsibilities and duties of the state and local government, which will in the long run help me explain the whys to my staff on why certain decisions are made at the district level. I'll now be able to make more connections and informed decisions with my new understanding of the 3 levels of government. And then it's also going to help me have more intentional conversations with my district administration about various topics. And then this is my reference page.